you guys can see me. Ooh. All right. Sorry I'm a bit late. Well, just 2 minutes. I'm trying to figure out this whole live thing. Okay. All right. Happy Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. What are you guys up to? I'm just going to wait for people to come in. Making sure. I'm just testing out some things. Oh. Brr. You know, one thing I hate? A man that is so persistent, it's annoying. Like, I can't stand that. That is so frustrating. Leave me alone. I don't want. Why is this so hard to understand? But let me know if you can hear me, because I need to know this is working before I start. Okay. Okay, so it's been a while. I know I haven't talked or been on camera in a while, so I'm just here to catch up with you guys. And like I was saying, if you just entered the room, one thing I can't stand is a man that cannot take a hint. It's so frustrating. Like, dude, come on. But anyway, I'm here and we are talking and catching up. I just want to let you know where I've been. It's been a while, and we're going to try some new products and see what's going on with that. So, where have I been? That's a really, really good question. I'm using this palette from Aurora K Cosmetics, and I'm just going to blend in my eyeshadow. This is a limited edition, never released palette. It's about to come on the market, so I just want to show you what that looks like. So they have all these beautiful shades and everything. So I'm starting with the warmest shade. Where have I been? I have basically been living my life. Hi, Scott Allen. Welcome in. I've been living my life, traveling, working, and there's a message here also that I want to give to first daughters of immigrant families. I have something very important to tell you. So just stay till the end and I will let you know what that is. But for the past couple of years, I haven't been on YouTube in the last 4 years. That's crazy. My last video was in 2021. And 2021 picked up for me. I started traveling at the end of 2021, early 2022. I was a travel medical assistant, and I was trying at the time to escape a very emotionally abusive relationship, and all I knew was I had to get out of this. There's no way I can continue doing this. This has to end. So luckily for me at the time, COVID, so I started traveling and making a lot of money, and I found myself with traveling. I went to a few states, met a lot of people, and that in itself had its own challenges, and that's a whole different ball game. But I had a good time traveling because I was able to save a lot of money, put money towards things that mattered and everything. Fast forward to 2023. So now I'm not traveling anymore. I'm just chilling. And I decided to go back home because I want to give my time at home with my family some more time. Basically, I want my family members to establish themselves, so to speak, because you know when you're the first person in your family that is making a lot of money. I'm going in with this shade, this one right here. There's that black tax, and if you know about the black tax, definitely like this video. That black tax, we all have to pay it at some point. It's so crazy that it's just that one person who just comes and carries the whole family along. And if you're a first daughter, you understand that that's you automatically. From birth, that's you. That is your assignment for the day, for the year, for your whole lifetime, you know? So that black tax came, and I was like, well, I guess this is what I've been dealt with. I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to do what I need to do. So, wow, look at the color that this picks up. This is no eyeshadow base at all. That's crazy. That is so pigmented. I wonder if I can zoom in on this thing. Oh! Ask and you shall find the answers. Okay. So now I'm back home with the family, and living situation is not the best. So I decide to take it upon myself to make better arrangements for housing so we can all stick together and live under one roof and save more money. Because one thing about America that people need to understand is that America works when you guys move in units. Like there's strength in numbers in America. So if you move as a unit, as a family unit, you're more likely to see progress, right? So that's what my thinking was. And I was thinking like, oh, this is a no-brainer. Anybody will understand this, right? Nope. I got a lot of pushback. I got a lot of arguments, a lot of fights. And I was just like, yo, I'm good on my own. Like, I get, like, I don't have any problems. You know what I mean? You know? So I could have really, really just, if I wanted to, be on my own. But I don't see the point when we're not where we want to be. So it makes sense financially. Apparently, I wasn't understanding everything at the time because I moved out for a long time and now I'm moving back in. And there was a lot of pushback, which I understand now. Which now I understand, but at the time I didn't understand it. So anyway, flashback to 2023. I'm living life. Now I'm not really focusing on YouTube. I'm like, oh, YouTube, whatever, is so hard to monetize. I'm just going to be doing TikTok and other short form content, right? And I'm living my life, enjoying myself. And life back home at that time once we found good, suitable living was really, really great. And at the time I was trying to pivot to get like a work from home job, and it just wasn't clicking for me. So I was like, well, one thing I know how to do is travel. So let me and my family member travel, and let us go make some money and bring it back so we can afford this big house that we got, right? Even though we're renting, we still have to pay for it. And traveling provides you a better situation. So, ooh, that's a lot. I'm using the Danessa Myricks Beauty Oil. And I really love this. Even though I'm oily, I like using this because I'm going to follow with something that's going to dry it out. And that is the Danessa Myricks Beauty Balm. I love this stuff. As you can see, so anyway, fast forward to now I'm thinking about going back into traveling. And for me, that's saying a lot because I really didn't want to travel. I had a terrible experience with traveling towards the end of my contract. And I was like, oh, I don't want to do this again. I just want to sit at home and make money. Literally sit at home and make money. You guys that have work from home jobs, you guys are very, very lucky. You guys have no idea. So anyway, start looking for assignments so me and my family member can travel. I'm not going to mention any names, but if you know, you know. And I start traveling, find a contract, and we go together. And then shortly after that, we're on the verge of losing the house because everybody that moved in doesn't want to move back. And what I mean by that is they decided to go with other living arrangements. Even though now we have this huge living arrangement together. Every time I think about it, I laugh to keep from crying, you know? But the living arrangements now is all over the place. So it's like, we're about to lose this house. Literally, what are we going to come back to? So fast forward to 2024. 2024 was hell. Oh my days. 2024 was hell. It was so bad. Like, so now we're no longer in Georgia. We are now in Minnesota and working and living. And the people out here in Minnesota, there's this thing called Minnesota Nice. They are just, it's like passive aggressive. You know what I mean? Like, they won't say directly to your face. They just rather talk behind your back. And coming from where I come from, that doesn't fly. We'll say it directly to you, and if you don't like it, you don't like it, but at least you know where that person stands. Not out here. Here is very different. So now living in Minnesota, and life is lifing, like, to the max. And business is slowed down tremendously. And I'm just thinking, I'm just sitting to myself. I think my major annoyance was like, I literally didn't have to be here. You know what I mean? And this is the message for first daughters. Stop carrying other people's problem on your head. Stop it. Stop. Stop. Focus on yourself. Honestly, because everybody will leave you with their bags to carry. So, first daughter is just focus on you, focus on your life. And now I'm sitting thinking to myself, like, I'm in a state I didn't want to really be in because I love Georgia. I'm not married. I have no kids. My whole life, the whole past few years has just been, how can I get the family to be better? I've just been focusing on my family, and I've not really created my own. So it's kind of like, you look back and you're like, damn, all this time went by. You know what I mean? All this time went by and I didn't really do anything. So this is a lash glue pen from Aurora K Cosmetics. And this pen is so amazing. I'm going to show you why. Okay. Let me see. I literally had it laying out here. Anyway. Oh, it's right here. Okay, perfect. So yeah, first daughters, please, 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 please. I'm begging you with everything inside your body. Inside my body, not inside your body. I'm begging you with everything inside my body. Focus on yourself. Focus on how to make your life better, how to make your life easier. I know sometimes it seems like you're like the assistant mother, but you didn't give birth to anybody. So focus on what you can focus on, you know? So now I'm sitting there thinking about my life, thinking about I don't have my family, I don't have nothing. Like for real, nothing. And so I go back to school to try and get out of the career that I am in because I want to advance to the next level. So I go back to school, take on all this debt. You know how in America we love debt. Take on all this debt that I do not need and go back to school to better my life. At some point, business starts to pick up, thankfully. Hold on, I can't talk. Hey, Mutema, how are you? Long time. So at some point, business starts to pick up and life starts to go on. So now I'm in school. I'm finishing up school. So I'm like, oh, yes, now it's time. I'm going to go back and do my externship because one thing about healthcare, and I hate that the fact that they do this, is that I understand hours, putting in hours doing your residency and your externship, but the fact that they don't pay you throughout the process is what makes it so much harder to advance in healthcare because you've taken on all this loan, all this debt, all this school debt, and you're gonna have to pay it off. So if you're not paying me, how am I going to pay it off? Like I'm trying to integrate myself into the system. Truly, honestly, after this whole experience, I totally understand why people just want to do content. I totally understand why people just want to do content because it's like, what's the point? You're still going to, even when I have done the work, I've gotten into the system and now I'm working, you people will still stress me. You will still stress me and you need me. I don't know why they act like they don't need us. They need us. So healthcare, man, they show me Shege Banza and I'll tell you why. So anyway, fast forward to now, I'm done with school, so now I'm looking forward to do my externship, and the place that was taking people from my school is no longer taking people for whatever reason. It's like whenever it just came to me, they're just closing the door at that time. So anyway, so I was like, what am I gonna do? So I found a job, right? I found a job, and now I'm set to start the job. And I'm super excited because this is what I want to do. I actually want to do this. You know what I mean? So I'm super excited and I'm going for it. And it was a temp to hire position, which now in hindsight probably shouldn't have done that. Hindsight is always 2020. I don't know what's going on with this. Okay. There we go. Hindsight is always 2020. So anyway, so I start working, and about a few weeks into the job, I clock out and I go. I just noticed there was a change in behavior. And honestly, one thing I would say about women is that we're very intuitive. Like, we are very intuitive. And I just started noticing that things were a bit different. Like, the energy when I came in versus when I started is not the same. There we go. I don't know what's going on. See, this one is perfect. This one is whatever. So, anyway, fast forward to. So now I'm using my lashes. I'm just going to apply with my finger. Some people need to have a tool to apply their lashes with. I've been doing this for so long. It doesn't really matter to me. Plus, the glue really helps. It helps everything just stick perfectly. Boom. And then we're going to do the same for the next one. And the glue I used was this pen. I literally just glided it on to this, and that was it. So sorry if this live is a bit boring. I'm still getting the hang of it. I don't know what they do on live, but me, I'm just sharing my story. Um, so after I clocked out of work, they said that that's my last day. Ah, I was like, what? Didn't even have a conversation. What happened to evaluation? What happened to like trying to see what the issue is? Nothing. Just don't come back. And I was like, damn. I knew y'all was some bitches, but damn, you like that? Yeah, Minnesota nice is really a thing. Um, it's always one eye that wants to act like a fucking retard. Mm, 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 mm. So yeah, that was it. And so after that happened, and I was like, this is actually crazy. Like, I can't continue restarting my life every few years. That's what it feels like. Like every few years, I restart my life and I have to do it all over again. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not I'm not losing everything all over again. No, not doing it. So now I've decided that if I want to do something, I'm going to do it and I'm going to put everything into it. Whatever happens will happen. You know, like, what's the best way to describe it? The best way to describe it will be to say, the best way to describe it will be to say, life will figure itself out. Do you get what I mean? Like, what matters most now, 2025? 2025? What matters the most now is my happiness. Like, if something doesn't make me happy and I don't want to do it, I'm not doing it. If something doesn't make sense and I want no parts of it, I'm not participating. If I do not want to go somewhere, you invite me, I say no. Like, I'm tired of being so accommodating. I think that's the word. I'm just tired of being so accommodating, of everything and everybody and trying to understand and putting myself on the back burner in the process. Hell no. Hey, sorry, that version has expired. Hell no. Oh, I don't want to use this one. That version of me has definitely expired. I'm just waiting for the glue to dry on the other one. I'm just gonna apply my concealer. So I have errands to run today and then finish up some editing. So now the thing that really brings me joy is my business, is content. It has always brought me joy, content creation and my business. You know, I gave up on YouTube a long time ago. Honestly, my friend, and I'm sure she'll see this video and she'll be like, I told you. But I gave up on YouTube and she'll be like, babe, what are you doing? YouTube is where the money is. I'm like, but you know, YouTube is hard because they don't really push you like that. And that's been my experience. It might be different for other people, but with my experience, I've never really felt the push from YouTube to grow as a content creator, as a digital creator or anything like that. Like I feel like they'll do so well for a few videos and then the rest they'll just like throw you a bone every now and again. And you could see it in my videos, like that's what they do for me. I don't know who at YouTube I offended. I'm sorry, oh, I don't know. There's always that one eyelash that wants to show you shaggy. And why is this one sticking up here? Why is it sticking up? It's so annoying. Just let it dry a bit. There we go. Now you see why people apply lashes off camera, because your lash can just decide to do something else that day. So I'm starting off with my foundation. So yeah, I have been knee deep in researching what the content creation space is looking like now, especially on YouTube, ever since, just because I've been out of the game for so long. So I'm trying to see the best way to grow and reach a larger audience, what that will be. And what I've found is that going live and just being super consistent. Consistency is key to anything. Just like if you go to the gym, you can't just go one day and expect to lose X amount of pounds and, you know, have all this muscle and definition in your body. No, you have to consistently go. So I plan to consistently show up on my YouTube page with videos, with tutorials, with whatever. It may not always look the same. One thing I will tell you is when I lost, I'm not gonna cry. When I lost my house, everything was set up nicely. So just not having that, it makes it harder as a content creator. But I'm trying to be very creative and find a way around it, just because we still gotta get, we still have this, we still have to get it done, you know. So I'm just applying mascara to my bottom lash. Do you guys apply mascara to your bottom lash? Some of you look, let me not say. So a trick to do when you're applying lashes to your bottom lash is take your wand like this and just go back and forth lightly, back and forth. And I do this on my clients as well, especially those blinkers. You know, as a makeup artist, you see all kinds of people with different eyes. So that's one way to get it done. And obviously you have to make the mascara mouth. So now I'm just gonna set it with my powder. And this is the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. I love this stuff so much. I also like the fact that it has a tint to it. Hey, God of Nazareth. So this would be the most imperfect tutorial you've ever seen. So yeah, so now I'm not worried about aesthetics anymore. I'm not worried about having the perfect setup. I'm not worried about all of that. I'm just worried about getting the content out because you guys need to see me. And every now and again, obviously, if I pray for me that I get brand sponsorship, if I get like a good brand deal where it pays me enough, I can book a studio session or something like that just to bring quality. Quality is very important for me, especially with visuals. It's what keeps people coming back. There's just no way around it, you know. I'm not really wearing blush today. Or should I wear blush? I'll wear a little bit of blush. All right, so this is how I've been doing my blush lately, and it really works. This is the Aurora K lip gloss in the shade Luscious Red. And what I do is I take the wand like this, and I just boop, boop, boop on my cheek. Just a little bit goes a long way. Now, this gives the most perfect rosy blush tone I've ever seen. There's no need to buy high-end when you can buy Aurora K. I just take that and I just blend it out like that. And it gives the perfect amount like that. And then I do the same for the other side. So, common misconception about me. That I have it all figured out. Yo. Oh, it's vibes and inshallah over here, oh, for real. Because I don't have it all figured out. I'm figuring it out as I go. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this live, is to show you that I'm also human. And I'm just trying my best in everything. Obviously, the past couple of years have been especially hard, but I truly believe that God does not give you what you cannot handle. And my faith in God over the years, especially with everything that has gone on, has really strengthened. And nowadays, when things happen, I'm just like, sometimes at first it hits you because I'm human, right? You're like, again. But then you realize that delay is not delay is not denial, and everything happens for a reason. I truly believe that we are where we are supposed to be, and if we're not, the prayer is for God to put us where we're supposed to be. I think people always forget that part. Like, if you're not where you're supposed to be, pray that God puts you where you're supposed to be. I'm just taking this brown liner and just overlining my lips. So that's basically how I line my lips. What I like to do is take my finger and just smudge it out a bit. So one thing I believe that God is trying to tell me is that now it's time to forge my own path and take it more seriously. There we go. There we go. That's the one I want. All right. So this is Strike. Strike. This is my favorite. As you can see, well, I don't know if you can see, but it's really almost gone. This is my favorite from Aurora K Cosmetics. This is like your your classic baddie lip combo. You know, it's so luscious. Oh, it looks so good. And obviously, all these products can be purchased on Shop Aurora K, the website. But honestly, you really can use it to do a whole face, except for foundation, except for skin products. You can use it. So from Aurora K, these are the next shades that are coming out for the Vixen collection. Or is it the Dream Girl collection? I have to check. Well, these are the next shades, and I am super obsessed with these. They just, let me show you the colors. This one is Nature. Do you see that? Baby. This one is Blush Me. Just, and it smells incredible. And this one is Sugar Plum. I'm just gonna go up here. So those are the shades. And I love these. Amaze balls. And they dry down matte. Completely matte. Completely matte. One time when I was at work, Okay, so I'm just going to tell you briefly what I do. I am a surgical tech, so I assist with surgeries and getting the surgery started for the providers. And I recently swatched these on my hand, and I went to wash my hands with the surgical soap, and it did not come off. That's not even a lie. These did not come off. I had to scrub and scrub and scrub and go back in with the sponge and scrub some more. So when I say these are locked in on your lips, they are locked in. You just need something oil based to take it off. They're so good. Love them. Shop Aurora K. It's also our bestseller bundle. Love it. Guys, I'm telling you, this year, I'm not playing with you guys. I'm not playing with you guys. So that is my story. That's where I've been for the past couple of years. I took a hiatus from YouTube and now I'm back. Honestly, because YouTube is the best platform, if you ask me, in form of long-term content. And I really want to be pushing more long-term content. I'm also coming out with my podcast and business essentials kit for digital download. So you definitely want to check that out. As well as I have my own cosmetics brand and I do makeup too. So I am like your one-stop shop. You don't have to go anywhere else. Just trust that I know what I'm doing and I'm always going to deliver the best to you. All right. So now I am going to set this. I'm gonna have to figure out how to wipe my hand now. Oh, because these do not move. I have to find my oil-based makeup remover. But yeah, that is all for my chit chat. That is all for my chit chat. And I'm going to go run some errands. I have one more live to do, and then I'm gonna go run some errands. If you look outside, it is covered in snow. I really do not want to go outside, but I have to. Yeah. So expect to see more of me at least 3 times a week. I haven't come up with a proper schedule yet, but I will be letting you know. And thank you so much for joining live, and I'll see you guys next time. Now I have to figure out how to end this thing. Okay. Wait, how do I? No? Maybe? Add? No? Oh. X. There we go. Bye, guys.